Hey guys, welcome back to the channel after quite a bit of time away. So we've got another LEGO review here. This is the Star Wars The Razor Crest from the Mandalorian series. This is a 2020 set, so not the most recent set, but still a cool one. This is set number 75292, and let's get into the review. So start with the minifigures. We got Mando, of course. This is the Mando that's not in the full Beskar armor. Comes with his little rifle. There is back printing under the cape. And then this one came out before we had a head print, so we don't know what he actually looks like. Then, of course, Baby Yoda, or as many of you now probably know, it's Grogu. Or Din Grogu. Then we've got IG-11. He's got two weapons, one that sticks on his back. And then, of course, Grief Karga. And I don't know if this one's another print. Yep, there's kind of more of an angry face there. And we've got a Scout Trooper. Alrighty. Minifigs are all square. Let's get into the set itself. One of the things that I like about this particular set is it looks very spaceshipy. Do a bit of a 360 here. It's got a good profile. It's not like your typical X-Wing or a TIE Fighter. Yes, it is the Star Wars gray, of course, as most Star Wars ships are. But it is a very good looking set. Nothing compared to, of course, the detail level of the UCS Razor Crest. However, still very well done. It's got little landing skids on the bottom. The engines are cool. Got this really cool profile from the front. Looks kind of menacing. There are spring-loaded shooters here. So there's the bolt, and then the activation is this little button right here. Let me show you guys that one here. So it's this piece right here that pushes in and it flicks it out. I don't actually use these, as most of mine tend to be on display. And of course, when that gets pushed down, you can just push it back up. Get those out of the way. Let's open it up. So there's a lot of panels that open up on this set. We'll start with this side here. We're going to open this up, and that's actually going to open up the door as well, as that just happened to open up as well. In here, you can store the extra bolts for the spring-loaded shooters, and then we can keep going down here. We'll open this up to give us a little bit more light. I'm going to open up the opposite sides here as well in a second here. So loading ramp. And let me juggle this here and flip it the other way. So we can open up all of this, the door, the other panel, and I'll show you guys that in a second as well. Actually, while we're rotating, right here, there are two carbonite blocks. We've got that one, and we've got this one. See if we can get some light in there. There we go. There's like a little, excuse me, there's a little bit of a bed. And you've got some stickers in here, but all of this is opened up. And what's neat is, as I try to juggle this here for the camera, let's see if we can't get some light in there. We'll flip it this way, pull that down. There we go. All of this space right here where my hand is, this is all, there's studs through here. It's just a lot of space that's usable. It's the Technic doesn't really get in the way as much. So you've got all of these opening panels, which are always really nice to have, so you can load this up with figures. So if we were to pop all these panels closed again, we'll leave the ramps down. So just the ramps down. Let's get a look at that. So you've got the ramp here. And as we rotate this here, and we'll tilt it the other way so you guys can see, you've got a ramp there. So just an overall fairly sturdy. It's just a nice looking spaceship. I don't do a lot of Star Wars, but I do like things that are a little bit unique. Let's get onto the top here, as there are some interesting things up top. I'm going to try to angle the best I can. Let me reset here. We'll angle the camera a little bit so I can get a better way to give you guys a view of the top here. So as we go along here, so you've got the cockpit up in the front here. This is actually like an escape pod. You can pull that out, and yes, you can kind of see through to the inside a little bit, so it does help if you're trying to place a figure and you just can't get your hands in there. Pretty cool escape pod. Didn't really see it in the show used, but it is there, so it's got little boosters on it and you can stick a figure in there. Let me grab one here. So I've got Grief Karga here, so he's just in there, and then that goes on top. His guns are in the way a little bit just because of the way I've got my angle, but that's what it looks like when there's someone inside. If I angle the guns in, he'll fit a little bit better. And then getting him out. It's only held on by 2 studs for the jumpers. Put that back on. And as I get a hand under here, these larger ships are always a little trickier to review. Just kind of sits right in there, nice and neat. All right, time to look at the cockpit. So I'm kind of juggling this here. So there's a little piece right here, and you pull it. You can get a view of the cockpit. There's one tile here. There's not really a lot of other control panels of any kind, to be honest. And then we've got 2 seats. And then this piece right here, if you flip it, will give you 2 clips here. And these clips, if we can get a better shot of these here, there we go. These clips are going to help to hold the weapons and any other accessories you may want to add on there. So let's get everybody kind of where we need to be here. So let's get Mando into the cockpit. And the cape is just something you have to be mindful of. I try to do it where the cape sits kind of behind the chair a little bit so it's not getting squished. That's just my personal preference on when I do it. So I've got him kind of, you know, with hands on the controls, lean back a little bit. And that's just kind of how I'm doing it. And then with the little guy, we can take Baby Yoda here, Grogu, and he kind of just sits, either you can have him on the hand of the Mandalorian, where he's kind of holding him, or in this case, he's just kind of back there. It looks like he's holding onto the cape. For the accessory, we're just going to stick that one right in here, kind of get it out of the way. And it just lives there. Then you get the cockpit. There we go. So there we are. We've got a fairly decent sized ship here. So just for sake of some comparison that we kind of already saw in the beginning though, but compared to say just a minifigure, we're looking at a really decent sized ship. Lots of room on the inside. Quite a few opening hatches so you can post people. There are no studs on the ramp, so you kind of have to angle them just right or they'll just fall off. But that is the Star Wars Razor Crest, so just a quick little review, and we'll have hopefully more coming soon. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one.